Greetings, GCSE teachers. In this very short video, I'm going to show you how to generate a QR code to direct students to a website or any location on the internet that you would like them to access. A QR code has the benefit of allowing students to access a website, but not having them type in the web address directly or not have to search for something that may be difficult for them to find. Obviously, in order to generate a QR code, you need two things. You need a website that you would like to direct the students to, and you need a QR code generator. So first, just for an example purposes, I have selected an NPR news article right here. It has a web address. This would work with a YouTube video. It would work with anything that's on the internet. The second thing I need is a QR code generator. There are lots of those out there on the internet. However, some of them are really obnoxious because they have lots of ads and other things. So what I've done is I've linked what I believe is the best one on my site. If you don't remember how to get to my site, you can go to the main Greencastle site. You can go to GCSE and then to Technology Integration. And then once you are there, you can click on the Tiger Cub Integrators Den, which will take you to my specific site that has all the information and resources that I use as a technology integrator. Of course, this site is always in my email signature, and you can click on that as well. So once you are here, if you click on the Resources tab, there are a number of resources here. QR Stuff is the one you want. That is going to generate a QR code for you. So I'm going to open QR Stuff. I'm going to close these other tabs to get them out of the way now. So how I got here, I found something I wanted to share with students, and I went to the Tech Integrators website and opened the QR Stuff link. What I'm going to do now in order to generate the QR code, I'm going to copy the web address. And again, this would work with anything, YouTube video, website, PDF file that's online, anything. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go over to the QR code generator. I am going to right click where it says website URL. I'm going to click paste. Then I am going to hit enter. Notice that down here at the bottom of the screen, it will show up as QR code with a whole bunch of numbers after it. Obviously, that's really hard to organize and work with. If you want to try that, you certainly can. I'm going to do that in a little bit different way show you a little bit different way to organize that, hopefully. I want you to save that file in a place where you feel comfortable. For some of you, that might be your G drive, or it might be a flash drive, or it might be the desktop. I am just going to simply do that on the desktop just to make things easy. I am going to create a new folder here on my desktop, and I'm going to call that QR codes. Again, you can do this wherever you want: Google Drive, G drive, flash drive, whatever you feel is comfortable. Whatever you feel is good and that you're comfortable with. So I'm going to click the up arrow here, and I am going to click Show in Folder. And I don't want that QR code in the downloads folder, because it's going to be very hard to find, given that it's in the downloads folder and has a really weird name. So I'm going to cut that file, and I'm going to go over here to the desktop, and I'm going to find the folder that I just created called QR codes. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to paste this. And notice it pasted in as an image, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to rename that. I'm going to call this NPR News Story. That makes it a whole lot easier to find as well, so that I know what my QR code has done and what I want to send students to when I have them scan that code. Now, what do I do with this QR code? How do I use it to direct students to a certain location? You can use Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Docs, Google Slides, any of those options in order to have the information shared with students. I have Word right here handy, so I'm just going to open that. I'm going to click on the blank document to start a new document. Then I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to go to Pictures. And when I have the option, I'm going to need to locate that folder that I just created that has the QR code in it. So in this case, I'm going to go to Desktop, then I'm going to go to QR Codes, and there's the NPR News Story. And then I have this QR code, and I can make this as large or as small as I want. It should not make any difference. Students should still be able to scan that and use it. I could print this off, put it in the front of the room, have students scan it. I could build it into a presentation. I could build it into a document that I'm having students access. Any number of ways that I could use this form of directing students to the correct location. Obviously, in order for students to access the information that is on the QR code, they will need a QR code reader, and for that they would need to go to the App Store on their iPad, and they would just need to simply search for QR code reader, and they could download any number of them that are free. And then the students just hold it up and they're able to scan the QR code. That's the best way to direct students to a certain site without having them use Google, or without having them to use any sort of web search, or without having them to type in a URL directly. So lots of information that you could use. You could put this on your smartboard. You could run copies of it. Any number of things that you could do with the QR code, but it's a great resource for teachers to understand and be able to use on a daily basis. If you have any questions, please let me know.